Hey, what's up guys? It's another episode of Steph Rocks TV. Thanks for all your comments and all your feedback. Thanks for supporting the show. What have I been up to? Oh my gosh. So I got all my makeup stolen from my car. So I've been...
Her first name is Stephanie, but I think it should be Style with Goddess as the second.
Stephanie Coker is screen goddess.
Stephanie Coker is the definition of OAP gone right.
Stephanie Coker is beautiful.
This style goddess stormed the scene of Nigerian TV entertainment in 2017 and has been stealing hearts ever since.
She's a brand influencer and she knows how to carry herself in a very nice looking way. The first time I saw Stephanie Coker was on an MTV-based Word on the Street. I saw her through a cousin, Lola OJ, on just a normal random Instagram page. That's the first time I saw her.
Kind of a fun girl, very dynamic, very energetic.
Easygoing and effortlessly stylish, Stephanie Coker Adinirokun is definitely one of Nigeria's top TV personalities. Having graced different stages, hosted numerous interviews and shows, Stephanie brought the spice to TV presenting in Africa. This is the SisiEko story of Stephanie Coker. Coker was born on the 28th of November 1989 in Nigeria, Lagos, and her family moved to the UK at the age of 1. She attended St. Mary's Church, England Primary School in North London. After studying drama and theatre at A-levels, she graduated with a degree in media and communications from the Brunel University. While at Brunel, she interned at MTV, Channel 4, and Media Moguls PR.
Stephanie Coker studied media and mass communication in Brunel University. She is the perfect example of someone who did not just decide that, oh, I have a nice British accent, I'm just going to come back to Nigeria and scatter everybody's head with it. She got an education, she knows what she's doing, and it shows. When you watch her shows, you know that she's actually professional at what she does, and it's not just because she has a flair for it or she has the talent. She also knows like the theories of these things that she's doing. Yeah, because me myself, I've noticed that when you even study in the UK, or let me just say you study in the UK and decide to do, let me say you want to become an actress and you study in the UK and you just did something like maybe a reality TV show or something like that for like maybe just 2 episodes or something, and you decide, oh, you want to come back to Nigeria and start up something. Definitely, with just that 2 episodes and just that series you did in the UK, definitely they'll give you a very, should I say they'll give you a privilege. Let's see what you can do. Let's put you in this episode and see if you actually do something good.
I came across her on MTV. And you know, MTV is all about the yay!
And I really liked the way she captivated the attention of her audience on the show, the MTV-based show. It actually made me want to watch. She made me want to watch the show.
Stephanie won the MTV Freedom Presenter competition in 2010, which immediately took her into the spotlight. The media personality moved back to Nigeria in 2011.
She had moved back to Nigeria. She was trying to, compare how it feels like living in Nigeria, being a lady with such a foreign influence in her life. And then on a few shows she had the comparison of people cursing her for the accent.
Following an audition at MTV-based Nigeria, Stephanie got a job anchoring Street Requests, a countdown show on MTV-based Africa. Having gained a certain level of recognition, Stephanie moved on to work on other projects, such as School FM's Midday Oasis, MTV's Big Friday Show, Tinsel and African Magic, amongst others.
I think I saw her on Tinsel. She was an actor on Tinsel as well.
We have many on OAPs around Africa, but the difference is monetizing and getting up the professional skill is a bit of a challenge because you are limited to being probably just a presenter, as a lot of people call it.
I don't think her coming from the UK gave her any edge, a different edge, because so many other people came from the UK. But if you stand out, you stand out. I feel like if you're made for a certain thing and if your personality speaks for you, there's no limits to where you can do and where you can go, and that's what she did.
She co-hosts music competition The Voice Africa with Ike Osakiodua.
Being on The Voice, she has grown so much. From when she kicked off, I could tell she was still a bit reserved, but through the years, her performance, her looks, her outfits, her makeup have just made her look like, you know what? I'm headed for the top.
SisiEko was also on some terrestrial channels, which boosted her demographic greatly. Then she was on The Voice Nigeria. I mean, The Voice Nigeria is Nigerian, but The Voice itself is international. And the fact that SisiEko was the co-host on that show really brought her to the limelight. I mean, who doesn't watch The Voice? I watch The Voice. I'm sure you watch The Voice as well.
In 2014, she won the Exquisite Lady of the Year Eloy Awards for TV Presenter of the Year.
In comparison to many other OAPs around, I think Stephanie came in with a drive. You know, when you work in the Western world, they are quite a few years ahead of what we have to deliver in Africa. Notwithstanding, our culture is our richest in everything we have to offer in terms of content. But she knew how to blend herself. She felt confident to work in this environment despite all the backlashes she had because of her accent, because of the way she presented herself. She came in at a time where presenters were not as dynamic, as everybody was trying to be perfect on screen. Everybody was trying to be perceived as the right person for TV.
In the same year, she was nominated for the Nigerian Broadcasters Merit Award as Broadcaster of the Year.
And she was one of the first people who really pushed forward with her own show online, on YouTube. So that gave her quite a boost on a digital platform, which we all rely on now. So those contributed to her really standing out. And believe me, one of the things I loved about her, which I really believed contributed to her standing out too, was the energy she put into her shows. She didn't try to imitate or, be like other presenters or like other OAPs. She stood out in what she did, in her dynamism, in the communication of her everyday life, and in what she liked. And I think that's what a lot of young people took a liking to.
For you to be working for MTV, for you to become a presenter at MTV, I can't say you already made it, but you're already at the top. So if you're looking for another job offer, definitely you're not going to take something lesser than the MTV job offer. You're looking at something way bigger. So that gave her a privilege to work for The Voice, do the real peak milk and everything.
In 2014, Stephanie featured in Lynx's music video On My Place, which led to the speculation that the two were an item. In an interview with City People, Stephanie laid the rumors to rest by explaining that the relationship between Lynx and herself was completely professional.
Before I was linking her to Lynx, and I really liked the way she killed the rumor. She went on a show, they were on a show together, and she was asking, Lynx, I heard we're in a relationship. That's really the best way to just shoot these rumors down. I said, Lynx, I heard we're in a relationship. How far? What's going on with our relationship? It was funny. I really did not believe it in the first place because, I mean, if Stephanie Coker decides that she's in a relationship with someone, she would go out there and say it. It wouldn't be a secret. She's married now. Everybody knows the man. Even when they try to scatter everything, they're still together.
At one point, I even felt they were dating at one point myself. I even felt they were dating, but all of a sudden, when I saw she was engaged to a known person from nowhere, and we're like, okay, who is this person? Hope this person won't spoil her career or something like that.
On Saturday, August 12, 2017, Stephanie Coker tied the knot with her heartthrob Olumide Adenirokun in a highly anticipated destination wedding at the Greek island of Mykonos.
Oh, I like the story of how she met her husband. That's the only time that NEPA has ever done something good by taking the lights. That's the only time. So she didn't have lights in her house. There was a restaurant right opposite her house, so she crossed over to the restaurant because she needed to work. So she was on her laptop, she bought a drink, so they would not think she's just there to use their lights. And she was just busy working, and the waitress came and said a man got her food. And she said she did not come here to eat food, she came here to use their lights and drink her drink and go. And the babe was like, this is free food now, can you just take the food so that I can sell something? And yeah, I think she sent a text to her cousin, and she was telling her that someone just gave me food. Do you think I should give you my number? And the cousin said, first of all, take the food. Best advice she could have ever given. So she took the food, and because she was trying to seem professional, she gave him her business card. We all know he was not there for the business, but yeah, she gave him her business card, and I mean, you're married now. That's beautiful. That's a really cute story.
The wedding definitely was a fairy tale story. It was like a dream wedding, probably what she has been dreaming of while she was young, that she's going to have a wedding in Greece, she's going to be wearing a Cinderella ball dress with different views, with mountains, and the wedding will be on the land. It was just beautiful. It was like a fairy tale. It was a really nice view to look at, yeah.
Her wedding look had some Grecian, African-ish feel. I wouldn't say it was very Western to me because we Africans cover up entirely and we have like the big gowns for our weddings. That's what brought in the African aspect for me. And her best moment on any fashion look for me would be that, because it's translated that this young woman is growing into a lady.
And I couldn't get my eyes off the dress. The dress was beautiful. Who made that dress? I really need to find out who made that dress, because I need to keep that person's number or something.
Few months into the marriage, her husband was arraigned and charged to court on 8 counts of alleged conspiracy, forgery, stealing, and property fraud on parcels of land in Lekki Peninsula.
Around the time of her engagement, there are a lot of rumors running around. The perception of girls in the media is this. You can't hold down a home. You can't hold down a man. And for she who has a lot of international jobs, she's always flying here and there, jumping all about. I think that contributed to people spreading rumors about him getting another woman up top. And at the same time, there was a lot of criticism about the fact that he was an older man.
After they finished the drama about him having a baby mama that Stephanie Coker does not know about, they started saying the man is 13 years older than her. So, those people, even they see people that if they see a man that is 30 years older than them, they will get married. 13 years is not a big deal. Age is nothing but a number, because Stephanie Coker is not underage. She's of consent. She's 27 for crying out loud. She's ready to get married. Why not?
Being the strong woman that she is, Stephanie held her head high all through the time. While rumors surrounding infidelity circulated, Stephanie again was calm through the storm. Not many people may see it, but Stephanie is a definition of strong and fierce.
I really haven't seen Stephanie fighting back with people online. I have never really seen her fighting. She's one who's very opinionated, that I can tell. She puts out how she feels, but I can't remember any time I've seen her, putting her finger on something or someone specific and dealing with a specific rumor. So that translates a confident woman, a strong woman.
When she got engaged to her now husband and just came out that your husband had a child, or a babe had a child for the husband months before that time. I really like the way she just, that there is a way that you respond to things like that will just blow it up. That was good gist. That was actually hot, steaming gist. But the way she just put it down, she never really spoke about it, never came public with it. People were just left to decide on what they wanted to decide on, to draw their own conclusions. It got to, this is just that people would have been talking about for months. But after a couple of weeks, it was over. People just stopped talking about it. I really like that.
Personalities have fallen back on their talent rather than the educational background to make it in the industry. And I would say yes, when you're given a natural talent, when you're given a God-given talent, as we all say, it's perfect. It's just perfect. But the only way to make it even better is to have some educational background and to have some backup. The educational background stands like a pillar, which this lady had. And somewhere it defines how you move around all the technical aspects, how you deal with situations, how you adjust to change, how you adjust to different environments, how you adapt yourself to wherever you find yourself. And her educational background in mass communications and media is, a perfect pillar for her to push forward.
Miss SisiEko has managed to add style star to the many hats she already wears. Mastering the balance between ultra chic and effortlessly cool, Stephanie also schools us on fashion when she steps out.
She's a risk taker. I really like that. You see her with like different like bold colors. She wears bold colors. She wears patterns. She doesn't really. I wouldn't say that she has a certain style right now, except for the fact that she really takes risks with her hair, with her clothing, and she has a really good body. So
she's transitioned through the years from a very jeans and top kind of person with trainers, which was very much in line with her work at the time, because she was at MTV and she would jump from country to country, showcasing the culture, the lifestyle, the music. And she has grown to be a lady lately. She still does the jeans, but she does it more elegantly. I think her style is very refreshing. Her style would speak to a lot of young people who are into the hip lifestyle, who are into the urban lifestyle. It doesn't take away the elegance, the street style, but she knows how to add in a touch of elegance into everything she wears. And when she goes on to be a full-blown lady, she gets it right.
She has found a way to incorporate classics that never go out of style with impeccable ease. Stephanie launched her own hairline, Crochet Culture, on the 12th of January 2016. The motivation behind her brand is to provide women with protective synthetic hair extensions without compromising on quality.
To see her giving, fashion tips, lifestyle tips, and then makeup tips was really interesting, and more to that, she did that with a lot of personalities we loved.
It's a good move and all that, but I don't think it's moving the way I feel she wants it to move. It's not everybody that is really interested in the whole crochet braids and the whole natural looking stuff. Though it's until when she's actually fixing one that people will be interested, say, oh wow, where's this hair and everything, and she's definitely going to tag her own brand and say, oh, it's my own crochet brand and everything. So mostly, even me as a person, is when I actually see her on one, that I'll be interested to be like, oh, well, I think this is the next thing I want to do next or something. Or when I see Lola Oje using it also, then I'll be interested in saying, oh, I actually want to use this.
For a very long time, I used to think that, she was one of those who grew afro, like the full-blown afro hair. But then I realized, okay, she has this thing of doing her crochet braids on, and I think she had a few videos online where she would explain how she does that and why she wears that on her hair. And at some point she did explain that it was trying to keep her own hair healthy, and that's really, c'est rafraîchissant de voir une jeune femme décider de garder ses cheveux aussi naturels. It keeps in the African sculpture, a young, nice African sculpture.
In an industry with ever-growing competition, Stephanie displays a certain form of resilience and openness that fans have grown to love and admire.
Inspiration. Stephanie is quite an inspirational figure to many young women. She kind of blends her music, her lifestyle, her fashion, her work all into one. When you look at her social media platforms, for example, it's difficult to, not in a bad way, but it's difficult to tell which one is work and which isn't. You can tell a consistent personality in all the things she likes, in all the things she loves, all the things she cares about. She succeeds to blend them all in one and make it her whole being. When you look at her social media pages, it tells you who this person is.
Stephanie Coker still helps women right now. I heard of her women empowerment program. It's called The Future Is Her, I think, which is a very nice name, by the way. Yeah, so she helps young ladies who want to reach a certain point in life with empowerment and internship to get their dream job, which is really it's nice because you don't see people, not a lot of people that are in the limelight are doing that thing. And people always feel like, I'm not sure if she's giving them any money, but at the end of the day, money is not everything, right? And if you cannot help with money, help in other ways. She has connections. She has people that are willing to teach these people, and she's working on that. She's using that to help to push forward the future. The women are the future.
With her creativity and passion for excellence, Stephanie is a delight to watch. We can't wait to see where this style goddess would get to, but we're always watching and dedicated to following her story.
In the next 5 years, Stephanie Coker would have graduated from SisiEko to like Sisi Nigeria or something. If you guys are going to do that, because I feel like she's starting with Nigeria, but she's going far.
Before 5 years, I'm looking at great babies.
She's a Lagos big girl. She's a Lagos socialite. She represents Lagos. She's like one of the, when you want to talk about the babes in Lagos, how the fine girls or the cute girls or the socialites in Lagos, you're definitely going to call Stephanie Coker.
Stephanie Coker is my SisiEko because I feel she's expensive and she knows how to stand out.
Ooh la 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 la, Stephanie Coker, fresh. Elle est jeune, elle est hyper fun. Quand tu regardes ses émissions, du coup, tu sens de la jeunesse, tu sens de la joie, tu sens un esprit qui dégage de la joie. SisiEko, pour moi, she's fun, dynamic. Those are regular words I use for young women, but very refreshing. Everything she does is in relation to her true self. A SisiEko should never be far from the truth, should never be far from her truth, should never be far from our truth. And that's why I think she is yours, mine, and our SisiEko.
With her impeccable taste and glamorous style, Stephanie is a SisiEko wonder.